David Luiz has returned to Chelsea for just over £30 million on the final day of the transfer window. Certainly raised a few eyebrows. PLZ Soccer has compiled a list of the top 10 high-profile players who've returned to their former club. Can you think of anyone else to add to the list? Nemanja Matic initially cost Chelsea £1.5 million from MFK Kosice, and he was swapped for David Luiz then at Benfica 2 years later. The Blues saw the error of their ways in 2014 and shelled out £21 million to bring the Serbian midfielder back to Stamford Bridge. Thierry Henry played for the Gunners from 1999 until 2007. A move to New York Red Bulls then followed, and he returned to score against Leeds United for Arsenal in an FA Cup replay in 2012. Ian Rush scored 207 goals for Liverpool between 1980 and 1987. The Welshman moved to Juventus for a record fee of £3.2 million before returning to Liverpool in 1988 for £2.7 million. Duncan Ferguson was initially bought by Everton in 1994. He just finished a 3-month prison sentence for headbutting a player in Scotland. He soon endeared himself to the Everton faithful in a 4-year stint at the club, but after leaving for Newcastle and a lacklustre 18 months on Tyneside, he was soon back at Everton before retiring at the Blues in 2006. Cesc Fabregas started out as a Barcelona youth player, but he made his name at Arsenal under Arsene Wenger. Barcelona then bought the midfielder back for £35 million. The deal didn't quite work out, and Fabregas ended up going back to London, this time in the blue of Chelsea. Graham Lasseau was sold by Chelsea to Blackburn for £700,000 after throwing his shirt at manager Ian Porterfield in a protest at being substituted. Lasseau became the most expensive defender in England when the Blues forked out £5 million to bring him back. Newcastle had a young Alan Shearer growing up on their doorstep and offered him a trial. However, the story goes they put him in goal. Southampton had the foresight to put Shearer up front and promptly signed the England captain. When Newcastle finally got their man from Blackburn in 1996, it cost them £15 million. Joe Cole was a product of the West Ham youth system, and Manchester United reportedly offered them £10 million for his services. The England midfielder, whose playing style has been likened to that of Paul Gascoigne, left the Hammers in a £6.6 million deal to Chelsea. He spent 7 years at Stamford Bridge before heading back to West Ham on a free transfer from Liverpool. Germain Defoe's return to Tottenham looked unlikely after a move to Portsmouth in January 2008, when the club opted to buy Darren Bent for more than £16 million. After deciding Bent was not the answer, Spurs soon came back in for Defoe, buying him back for £8 million. Paul Pogba once again became a Manchester United player, signing from Juventus in a world record deal worth £89 million, 4 years after leaving Old Trafford for just £800,000. That's PLZ Soccer's top 10 high-profile players who've played for a club, left and then came back again. Can you add to our list?